and welcome to Ida and her books. I'm Ida and these are my books. Today I will be telling you about all the books I read this spring, and there's quite a few of them, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So since I've been vlogging this entire spring, then I've already told you about almost all the books I've read, and so I'm not gonna go too in depth about every book. I will tell you my rating, just short thoughts of them, and then I will link my reading vlogs down below for you to watch. So first book I listened to was Ace of Shades by Foody. I gave it 4 stars, I very much enjoyed it. Next one I read was Geekerella by Ashley Poston. I gave this one also 4 stars. I had some issues with the love interest, but otherwise it was very good. Then I read Inkmistress and Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. I gave Inkmistress 4 stars and Of Fire and Stars 5 stars. I very much enjoyed both of them, even though I think the story of Fire and Stars was better. I still very much enjoyed the prequel. I then read Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I gave it 5 stars, it was excellent, I really enjoyed it. Then I read The Fandom by Anna Day. I gave it 4 stars, it was very good, it subverted all the regular tropes and it was very fun. First physical book I read, The Inventor's Secret by Andrea Cremer. And this is a reread, very good, 4 stars, it's excellent. Next book I read was Tillsammans by Denise Rudberg. This one and the previous one I read because of the rereadathon that I participated in. So this is also a reread and I gave it 4 stars. Next I listened to Norra, which is also a reread by Sara Elfgren. Very much enjoyed it, it's 5 stars, it's one of my favorite books. Next I listened to the Inventors trilogy, Cirkeln, Elly and Nyckeln by Sara Elfgren and Strandberg. I gave the first one 5 stars and the next 2 4 stars, but the entire series is very good. Next I listened to Kiss of Steel by Bec McMaster. This book I gave 2 stars, I did not enjoy it very much, it was cringy and weird and I didn't really remember anything that happened, so 2 stars. Next I listened to Red Queen by Aveyard. I gave it 4 stars last time I read it, now I gave it 3 stars. And I'm just not really feeling the story and it's not excellent, but it was kind of enjoyable. Next I listened to Shadow of the Fox by Kagawa. This one I very much enjoyed, I gave it 4 stars and I can't wait for the sequel. Next I read Frostblood by Elly. I gave it 3 stars, this is also a reread. I want to reread it because I kind of want to continue the series, but after rereading it I decided that it's just not for me. So 3 stars. Next I read The Queen of the Tearling, The Invasion of the Tearling and The Fate of the Tearling by Erika Johansen. And I gave all of those 4 stars. I very much enjoyed it, it was very good. And I probably gonna read it again. Next I continue with the Inventors Secret series. This is Conjurers Riddle, the second book. I gave this one also 4 stars and enjoyed it very much. Next I listened to The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I gave this 4 stars, it was very good, I very much enjoyed it. Next I read The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I gave it 4 stars, it is very good, I'm very glad I finally picked up the books. Next I listened to City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I gave it 5 stars, I think it's an excellent book and I love it very much. I also read the sequel, Kingdom of Copper, also by S.A. Chakraborty, and I gave that one 4 stars. Next I listened to Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. The sequel to Assassin's Apprentice, it was very good, I gave that one also 4 stars. Next I read the last book in the Inventors Secret trilogy, The Turncoat's Gambit by Andrea Cremer. I enjoyed this one also very much, also 4 stars. It's a very good series overall. Next I read Röta by Sigrid Pettersen, sequel to Odins Barn. Very good, very enjoyable, even though it took me quite a while to read it. I gave it 5 stars. Next I read Assassin's Quest, the 3rd book in the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb. I gave this one also 4 stars, it was very enjoyable, I liked the series very much. Then I listened to Any Man by Amber Tamlin. I gave it 5 stars, even though it was really short. I think the story was very good and very interesting. Next I read Ja, jag har mens så by Clara Henry. Very good, gave it 4 stars, even though I'm not the target audience. I very much enjoyed the experience of reading it. Next I listened to 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray, as well as 10,000 Skies Above You and A Million Worlds Without You, the Firebird trilogy by Claudia Gray. And I gave all of them 4 stars. I gave them all 4 stars. It was a very enjoyable series. Next I listened to The Accident by C.L. Taylor. I gave it 3 stars. It was not as good as the previous book I read by her, but I did enjoy it anyway. I listened to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This one was very good. I gave it 5 stars and I think everyone should read it. Next I read Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and this book I gave 4 stars. It was not as good as The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but it was still a very enjoyable read. Next I read They Book 1 and Book 2 by Sara Bergmark Elfgren and Carl Jonsson. I gave the first one 4 stars and the second one I gave 5 stars. It is one of my new favorites and I enjoy the series very much. Next I listened to The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I gave it 5 stars. I think it was very good. I think the hype is very much deserved for this book. The audiobook was also excellent. And yeah, 5 stars. Next I read The Collected Strangers in Paradise Volume 1 by Terry Moore. I gave this one 2 stars. I think the story was rushed. I didn't really get into it. I think the art style was too simple. I think I didn't really enjoy it. So 2 stars. Next I read the first 5 volumes of Saga by Fiona Staples and Brian K. Vaughan. I gave all of these 4 stars. I'm really enjoying the series and I want to buy the rest of them. Next I listened to Eve by Anne Carey, and this one was fine. Not the best I've read, but also not actually bad. It's just, yeah, very tropey I feel like, and I gave it 3 stars. Next I read Welcome to Lovecraft, first book in Lock and Key by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. I give it 5 stars. I love it. It's amazing. Next I read Berättelse från Ängersfors by Sara Bergmark Elfgren, Mats Strandberg, Kim V. Andersson, Carl Jonsson and Lina Neiderstam. I gave it 3 stars. It was fun. Next I read Lock and Key, Heaven and Earth by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. These are short one-shot stories taking place in the Lock and Key universe. I give it 4 stars. Next I read Heroes Volume 1. I gave it 3 stars. It was fine, but I don't see myself rereading it anytime soon. So yeah, it was fine. I then read the first 3 of the Fullmetal Alchemist manga series. I very much enjoyed this. I gave them all 4 stars. I think the pacing is really fast. It's very fast paced, but I'm still enjoying it very much. This is also a reread. I read them when I was younger, but I think watching the anime before I read them makes me understand the story better. So 4 stars for all these 3. I also read 17 free comic book day comics that I don't have anymore. So if you want to know which those were, you can check out my Panelathon vlog where I read and talked about them. Also my TBR. Then I listened to The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. I give it 4 stars. I enjoyed it very much and it was very good. Next I listened to Autobiography by Christina Lauren. Also very good, very enjoyable. I give it 4 stars. The last book I'm going to talk about, I actually finished this one in June, but I want to talk about it anyway. And that is Thieves Magic by Trudy Kahneman. I gave this book 2 stars. I did not enjoy it very much. I found it to be boring and very slow, and there's some problematic things with the story as well that I didn't really like it. And yeah, 2 stars. And that is the last of all of the books that I read this spring. This was a very quick video. I just wanted to get through all of them because talking at length about each and every one would make this video an hour long. If you want to know my full thoughts on these books, you can check out my reading vlogs, which like I said will be linking down below. And yeah, if you like my videos, please subscribe. I upload on Saturdays and sometimes Thursdays. Yeah, have you read any of these books? Did you like them? Did you not? Please comment down below. I'd like to discuss them more. But yeah, tell me what you thought. And I will see you in my next video.